I think he knew he had a rocket ship today, and it got away from him.
You got two good grooves. The bottom groove is still usable, but that top groove has come in.
Whoa! Newman turns Larson.
Are you kidding
I
me?
thought Larson came down on the 31, I'll be honest. I thought he cut it too close.
I agree,
Great job
Jeff.
of keeping it out of the inside wall. So Newman gets a pretty decent run on the bottom.
Yeah, see, Kyle's been diving in that corner, up high and then diving down low. Newman was there.
And just all clogged up right there.
But not to hit anything. Jams it in gear, I guess, and he takes off and stays out of the wall.
Sliding.
Which way do I go?
Accelerating. Car never came to a stop.
No. Unbelievable. What
And that's how he can now be the third place car.
Best. We've seen these two be two of the best at it, using that top groove, using the middle groove, the bottom groove.
Truex out of the way, but watch that 23 of Greg Galding. He's got fresh tires as he pulls to the outside of Corey LaJoie.
A little bobble by the 42 of Larson is going to allow Kyle Busch to get right on his bumper.
Boy, Kyle lets him know it too, doesn't he? He says, I'm here, and I'm coming. Open the door, let me in.
Oh, there's going to be contact. Yeah, sends the 42 up the track, gets loose, takes the lead.
Larson got big time loose.
Well, that's going to be frustration for Kyle Larson if he doesn't get this win, because of those times he's finished second here. He just can't quite complete the win here at Bristol.
Oh,
he's led
got
almost.
a little brotherly love right there. The 41 dropped down to front of the 42 for a second.
Larson's led almost 200 laps today, 1.5 to go. The white flag's in the air, 1 lap to go.
You can see that's where the 18 gains on Larson. He just squirts up off that corner. Larson gains on him getting into the corner.
He dive bombed her in there, but not enough. Too little, too late. Down on that door right here. Watch him get down on that door.
Make this pass.
Remember how he got the lead before? He got down on the door of, I forget who it was, sucked him loose, and he was able to take the lead.
Whoa.
2 to go.
Woo-hoo. I don't know exactly how we got to this point, but we're here, and boys, it's exciting.
Larson in the wall.
Logano's in there. They both almost crashed.
Kyle Larson bounces off the wall.
Do it.
2 laps to go.
So it sounds like maybe it just stumbled a little bit. He was able to flip that switch for that reserve. Now it's back running again, but just lost all the momentum.
I think this changed everything. No, I think it changed everything.
Larson. Kyle Larson to the bottom for the lead.
He's going to clear him. Here comes the 41 now with the big run.
Oh, the race is on now, boys. It's anybody's race now.
Wow. Again, I don't like this high line. I just think it gives too many opportunities to get a run and make moves on the inside.
Well, there's a guy right there running second right now that's finished third in this thing 3 times.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
While the 42 much better this run. No adjustments for Larson. Let's see who wins the battle off pit road.
And big news for Kyle Larson. He has pit stall number 1. And watch, you will see him fire straight out. Instead of pulling out into the lane, he goes straight out to the end of pit road timing line. The problem is he got caught speeding in this last 50-lap segment that is pie-shaped. And it's time over distance. The distance out here is much greater than the distance on the path that he traveled. It's the first speeding penalty for Larson this year.
I'm pretty sure that the team has told him there's no way you can launch and speed off pit road, and I think he's as shocked as anybody.
Back into the restart zone. Great
straight restarts by both the 48 and the 22. Kyle Larson drops back to second, but he fights back on the outside. Here comes the 4. Kevin Harvick racing that 22 hard.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Jimmy Johnson out front. They've passed the overtime line.
You know, half a lane higher.
Larson looking to the high side. This time
He runs
by.
that perfect lap.
White flag in the air. One more time around from Miami. Jimmy Johnson has never won at Homestead Miami Speedway, but he's never been in a position where he's had to win for a championship. Down the backstretch he goes. A half a lap away from the championship. Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
Larson is there.
Oh, yeah.
How does he make this pass happen? Oh, he kind of faked to the low side and then goes to the high side.
Yeah, he's going to drive around the outside.
And Kyle Larson, the new leader. He's led 199 laps next time around.
Come out, he doesn't have a problem. If he wins this race, he went up against the best today, and that's in Jimmy Johnson.
And oh, by the way, let's start looking for the broom, because this would be a clean sweep.
Yes.
For Kyle Larson of both Saturday's Xfinity race and Sunday's Cup race at Dover.
And it's redemption for what happened to.
Man, 3rd place here. Caution. Car in the wall, turn 2, and it is David Reagan.
Now, who do you think this favors?
Larson did not get the start that he wanted. He's going to have to work hard to get the outside of Jimmy Johnson here. Oh.
McMurray 3 wide.
Wow, he's sideways. Oh, the wreck.
No,
Big
the
crash,
13
back
just
straight
got
away.
crashed.
That'll be it.
Big wreck going into 3. I mean, look at them. They're wrecking everywhere.
I think they made it to the overtime line.
Now NASCAR will have to look at video to determine whether the leader was at the overtime line or not before the caution. Jimmy Johnson will tie Cale Yarborough on Stock Car Racing's all-time win list. Johnson wins his 11th at Dover. Out this caution flag, stays on the lead lap. Kyle Larson was trying to beat Kevin Harvick out of the pits. You get 49.99 miles per hour, and then you get a ticket.
He beat Kevin Harvick out of the pits. Problem was he was speeding to do it.
So Larson, who had only 1 speeding penalty all last year, gets 1 here, and he'll restart at the back. Let's.
Hey, Mike, I think last year we said missed opportunity for Kyle Larson so many times in those races, and there it is, another missed opportunity for the fastest car in the field.
We were discussing how do you beat Kyle Larson today? What can you do? We didn't even think about Kyle Larson could beat himself. Right now it appears he might have beat himself.
Now 4 times Kyle Larson has won the first 2 stages of a race, but he has never won all 3. Kyle Larson has led 267 of 315 laps today. Whoa, lead change and almost a collision. But will it stick?
We're now with the 22, affected 12.
Teammate of Ryan Blaney coming right here with a lap car. I just see the 5 car going away. This is going to be a tough one to swallow if you're Kyle Larson. Dominated this race, only to get past inside of 10 to go.
That's going to cost him the lap. Larson's going to get that momentum around the top here, and he's going to put a lap on Austin Dillon. Oh! Austin not giving it to him. Oh, Larson is not going to like that. Damage on the left front fender of the leader, the 42 of Kyle Larson. He does have some pretty decent damage right there. Luckily, coming to the stage end, he'll be able to adjust that. get that tuned up, but that definitely sends Austin Dillon a good ways ahead. So now he got good clearance. Coming to the last couple of corners before this stage is over. This will be Kyle Larson's first stage win if he can get through 3 and 4.
Second stage win, yep.
That team. Yeah, it's not gonna get into a win situation tonight for them, but it could be a good points night and an opportunity to stay on the lead lap and see what they can get.
Oh, this is. I wonder.
Come on, give
Kyle
it to
Larson wins a stage. He puts Austin Dillon a lap down. I wonder if somebody got in his ear and said you need to lap the 3 car.
Wow. And mainly because it keeps Truex back there.
That's exactly right.
Hey guys, he just came on the radio, said I needed to lap the 3 car for what happened earlier. So there you go.
Yeah, pride, sense of pride.
Opportunity rather to come back to pit road, including the 2 of Brad Keselowski. That last run, he said he was a little bit loose, getting into the corners and off the corners, tight through the middle. But he said the 42 is beating me on corner entry. They're going to give him 4 fresh Goodyear tires to see if that helps him out. Marty.
The conversation between Chad Johnston and Kyle Larson, very simple. He said, how's the car? He said, I'm pretty good this run. No changes for the 42 at all. Meanwhile, Joey Logano said, if it makes you feel any better, to his crew chief, Todd Gordon, I was 8 up on the track bar last run. I'm 1 up. That means the car was extremely tight. It is still too tight for Joey Logano, but not as bad. And that is a drag race off pit road between Brad Keselowski and
That was tight, 3 wide. Oh, Joey Logano having to get out of his box.
Brad came out, you know, they were side by side down pit road with Larson in the lead. If Brad did not go over the speed limit, that was incredible by not only his pit crew, but Brad to maximize pit road speed.
Look at Joey Logano. He's got to swerve to miss Denny Hamlin, and what a great job by all 3 of those guys not to make contact. And look how close. Penske teammates on the bottom. Can they help each other? Logano didn't get a great start, but Keselowski clears Larson.
Looks like Larson's going to be able to maintain second place. Off turn 2. Still side by side with Logano down the back.
That's what Keselowski needs. He needs these 2 to battle.
Larson into second.
And a race for the win as well. Keselowski on the inside, Larson on the outside. Back up through the gears they go. A little shove for Mark Truex Jr. And 2 hard through 1. Keselowski, Larson both into the wall. They pile up in the Tubbs heartburn turn. Caution coming out again.
Gets a good launch. Changes gears. Lifts. Watch, look at his hands. He's turning the wheel. Nothing's happening. He was not going to make that corner, even if Brad would not have been there. That was just not understanding how much grip these tires have. They don't have anything. There's no reference for these guys. It's new track, new tire. They've never been in this situation before. They drove in there like they normally would at, say, Watkins Glen or Sonoma, and it just did not stick.
So that caution flag will take us to the end of stage 1. Kyle Larson gets his 5th stage win of the season, tying him with Denny Hamlin for the most so far this year. As Kyle Larson wins stage 2.
I hope you picked him if you think you're coming after my money. It's over.
And Bowman gets out first.
How do you beat Kyle Larson? Lean on your pit crew right there. You're gonna have to, he's gonna have to get up on it. Get back around to 48. That was huge right there. You just see how tough it is. But this is those old tires. Watch these guys go off in the corner. Really slide up the track. Oh.
Kevin Harvick taking advantage. Oh, here comes a battle. It's Kevin Harvick going to take advantage of these guys battling up front. Gets to the outside of the 5, possibly.
I tell you what that was. It's just enough to stall out the 48. He might get them both right here. Kevin, so the 5 of Kyle Larson was actually to the side of Bowman, probably going to make the pass. When the 4 got next to him, it slowed his run down, side drafting off of him, and it allowed the 48 to get on by.
If Alex Bowman was not the teammate to Kyle Larson, that might have been a different outcome going through that last corner.
And can Kyle Larson continue on the hot streak that he has been on in this series?
I'm telling you, these last few laps,
Dropped into you. He's working in here. He's way down there. Way down there. You're going to have to call it.
Making him think. Oh, he's right on him. He's going to take the air away. No, he loses the air. Jumps to the throttle.
Still all good.
Big run here.
Keep coming up here. Goodbye, half coming next to you. We're down to the bottom. Just inside.
Now Bowman's got him. Just keep him next to him.
Can he stay on the outside through the tunnel turn?
Your quarter inside.
They side draft. He tries to pull him back. Larson, he gets in front of him. Larson out front again at Pocono. 4 consecutive wins is what Larson's fighting for. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. 2.5 miles in front of Kyle Larson, and what a historic day it will be for him.
They've all come differently. He's dominated some road courses, high horsepower, low horsepower, different style racetrack. This racetrack, unlike any other, and he had to go get the lead back in the closing laps.
Kyle Larson trying to join the legends of NASCAR. Only 8 before him have ever won 4.
Oh, he's got a flat tire. The left front tire's flat.
It's down. He's going to go into the wall. Kyle Larson in the wall. The 48 of Bowman's going to get by him. A flat tire for Kyle Larson. And now Alex Bowman is going to win at Pocono.
Unbelievable.
Off, he'll get wedge and track bar adjustments. Will Kyle Busch, 4 tires and Sunoco fuel. Jamie?
Little too tight center, but Ryan Blaney overall happy. Tape on grill, air pressure adjustment in 4. Vince?
For Kyle Larson, the car is still 2-3, so it's going to be 4 tire change and an air pressure adjustment for Matt Kenseth. He says it's the best it's been all night. Just a little bit free still, so they're going to tighten it up just a tick. 4 tires and air pressure.
And a little track position change there for Kyle Larson. To go, Kenseth to your left, Larson to your right as they come at you. Larson with a much better restart. Kenseth trying to get down on the door to slow him up with the air.
And he did just that, too. Ryan Blaney be looking for somewhere to go. Telling you, watch this 12 car.
Oh, trouble behind them. Josh Berry turned around. He catches Brendan Gaughan. And the yellow flag is out.
Ben maybe, but he was able to hold on to him. Look right here. You see the lights come on before just before he can get the flag out, but it does happen. Doing a nice job there of redirecting which flag he was going to throw.
So yellow flag number 11. Pit road open here for any takers.
Yeah, I think Kyle Larson was hoping that was the white flag he was going to throw. And Matt Kenseth was hoping it was the yellow one. But we'll see another restart.
What a restart by Larson,
wasn't it?
Man.
He was ready to go, wasn't he?
That was good stuff. Look at Kenseth go. Here comes 54.
Oh, don't get out Blaney.
4 cars for the race lead off turn 2. Kenseth back to the number 1 spot. And the longer those 3 stay side by side, the better it is for Matt.
Yeah, they just pretty much opened it up for Matt Kenseth right there, unless there's something happens here.
White flag. We're in the last lap of the season for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. One car up high, Ryan Reed scraping the wall. We stay under the green. It's going to be a race for second between Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch. Tables turned on a final restart, and the first checkered flag in a long time for Matt Kenseth tonight at Homestead.
I'm looking at right now, this race will most likely be decided by the launch on the restart. If Kyle Larson can clear the outside lane from the start-finish line to the exit of turn 2, he should be able to control the pace as the leader. This is a critical part of the race right here.
Front row, Larson, Allgaier. Neither is one here. It's overtime at Daytona, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
He's not going to be able to do it. Big push from Eric Almirola on the top of Justin Allgaier. He's going to be able to keep Kyle Larson honest. That's huge right here.
And that's what we saw from the last restart from Allgaier. He's been on his game, but a big wiggle by Allgaier.
Now they're going 3 wide. Almirola up the middle. Logano pushing Larson in that lower lane. Look at Allgaier getting drop kicked.
Oh no, there they go.
Spinner into the wall, Almirola. Larson out of shape. So is Chase Elliott. And the caution is out again.
We made it so far, Michael, but we just couldn't keep this up. Oh, and they're still hitting.
When we got the green flag, there were 32 cars on the lead lap. You knew there was a potential of this, and now we'll have a second overtime restart here at Daytona.
And Daniel Suarez comes out the survivor. Ryan Reed second right now. That's huge. Ryan Reed's going to go for 3 wins here at Daytona, and he's in a great spot to do it.
Look at the drivers up front, and this is all unofficial as things reset, but Suarez, Ryan Reed, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Truex, and Spencer Gallagher. Right now, that's what timing and scoring is showing as our top 5. If ever there was a chance to get a surprise winner, we may be setting up for it right here.
We talked about Kaz Grala in the pre-race show. He's up to the 7th position. We'll just have to see who has what kind of damage that made it through the wreck. Adam, 2000 Series champ Jeff Green, he finds himself in the top 10 late in the going.
See all the damage.
Just a big push here from Chase Elliott to Eric Almirola. Kyle Larson goes up to block it, but he just can't sustain it. They're not up to speed. The cars aren't set in the rear, and it just huge spin, as you can tell. Looked like Chase at the very end got a push from Daniel, which actually turned him sideways. You can see they're only at 180 mile an hour, so the cars aren't at full speed right now. They're not set down in the racetrack. That makes them really easy to spin. We've seen contact like this earlier in the race, but at this speed, the rear heights in the car aren't set. They're not down in the racetrack. They don't have the downforce. They're way more susceptible to spinning with that contact.
Did you see some of those guys slipping through that wreck? There goes Alex Labbe from Canada. He made it through. And then just the job Spencer Gallagher did to squeeze through.
3 to right front. 4 looking outside. Spin down low, spin both sides, stay middle, stay middle, stay middle, stay middle.
How eventful has the day been for Ryan Truex in that 11?
This will tell the tale here.
So it looks to me like from this view that Kyle Larson just didn't quite get high enough on Eric Almirola. He was trying to maybe protect the inside a little bit, and the push wasn't quite as square as he needed, again, with the car not at full speed.
You can see Joey Logano into the outside wall. There's Joe Nemechek in the 15 Johnny Davis car. Wow, look, the track's blocked.
And Chase Elliott was going to come through clear, but right at the last second, he gets hit by the 18. Look at the car trying to come off the ground. The roof flaps engaged, uses the aerodynamics to put it back down on the ground. Chase actually drives away from this in decent standing.
Pretty clean start to the race. Stages 1 and 2, fairly uneventful, but we're starting to catch up to ourselves. Working our 9th caution now on an overtime restart. And Joey Logano, you saw there, able to climb from his race car. Double overtime on the way on FS1.
This will tell the tale here.
So it looks to me like from this view that Kyle Larson just didn't quite get high enough on Eric Almirola. He was trying to maybe protect the inside a little bit, and the push wasn't quite as square as he needed, again, with the car not at full speed.
Trying to drive underneath him. Got the position right now, 3 wide though, off of turn 11. Real tight, they cleared that out, that lap car. Now will Kyle Larson driving in there far. Got a great opportunity to take the lead right here. Kyle gives Chase plenty of room. Chase is going to fight back on the inside. Good hard racing, but respectful racing. rubbing each other a little bit. Kyle Larson back with the preferred spot on the bottom.
Kyle Larson.
Oh, big piece of debris. That is a huge piece of debris down there between 5 and 6. We'll see if NASCAR feels that's too close to the track or not. It looks like it's gone. You think it's burned up to the left, but look at all the tire tracks. That's definitely the racing surface. And there is a caution, and as I was just mentioning it,
Denny Hamlin goes on defense. Kyle Larson comes flying around the outside. Kurt Busch is there as well. Now it'll be Larson that'll slip. Hamlin will go through. Briscoe to Benedetto. Kyle Larson having a hard time negotiating 1 and 2. They are jammed up at mid-pack.
Kyle Larson behind him. Kyle Larson running back down.
Briscoe missed the turn. A.J. Allmendinger. He's in front. Ryan Blaney running in the second spot. And yes, Kyle Larson is right back in it in the 5. Coming up on 1 lap to go. One more time around. Larson taps the wall when he comes out of 14. The 4 of Larson starting to check out on this field, right?
You know, Rick, it's funny when we interview Kyle Larson, a lot of times he doesn't have an incredible amount of emotion, but moments ago he came on the radio and said, guys, I'm not sure if you saw this, but I just passed Kyle Busch. Crew chief said, nice job. That's Mike Hillman Jr. calling the shots on top of the box tonight. And a minute later, Larson came on and said, man, I wish you guys could all be riding along with me. This truck is awesome.
These guys are teammates at Turner Motorsports along with James Buescher. Take a look now. You see PK tried to make it happen on the inside. Larson had that momentum on the outside. PK had to turn that thing left to avoid running into him.
And that's the way teammates race in the Truck Series. Nelson Piquet wanted that lead. He pretty much had Kyle Larson pass, but Kyle battled back on the outside.
No problem. But on the other end of the spectrum, this young man in just his 4th start, Kyle Larson, out in front of Kyle Busch by almost 2 seconds.
I'd like to be some of these guys that have raced these trucks for years and never had a chance to be dominant in a race. And this kid walks in and does it. It's got to kind of halfway hack you off, doesn't it? He's just so good. His talent is natural. It doesn't matter whether you're on the mile flat track out in Phoenix or here's a big mile and a half in Miami. He gets it done.
By the way, that last truck he put another lap down, 2 laps down, is the 4-time champion, Ron Hornaday.
And he's not doing it with all the finesse or the smoothness that you think of a leader, a guy dominating usually have. And we've seen him sideways. He's willing that thing. He's driving hard and he's hanging on to it.
There's no question for our leader, Mike Hillman Jr. calling for 4 tires on truck number 4. Will anybody else gamble and do something differently? We see the 17 is in number pit stall 1, the 7 is here. They're going to go with 4 tires. Johnny Sauter must have made a 2-tire stop. We see the 4 will go out second.
Flag back in the air.
I want to be on that outside lane on this restart field. Kyle Larson stuck down on the bottom. You can see Ty Dillon is already up to the 4th spot.
How about Johnny Sauter driving around the outside of his teammate Matt Crafton?
Teammates fighting for the 2nd spot. Down the backstretch they go. 1 point separate our top 2 in the championship. Here comes Kyle Larson on the bottom of the racetrack.
Ty Dillon can't afford to give up any positions. Kyle Larson is going to fall in right behind him.
And James Buescher can't get passed by Timothy Peters right now. James Buescher trying to hang on to the spot he's in, but Timothy Peters behind him.
Oh, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson spins sideways. He gets into the 3 into the wall. Caution comes out with 3 to go.
Ryan Blaney hard after contact with Kyle Larson.
Larson trying to make the pass. The back end comes around. Look at the damage to that truck.
We watched Kyle Larson be very aggressive all race long, sideways, making passes, and in that he put himself in a position that he never should have gotten into. He dove down on the bottom of the track and didn't have control of his truck. You know, you got to know that you can't. You got to know that you're going to have the ability to stay off of the guy in front of you, and he didn't have the ability to do that. He drove off the track, trying not to hit Ty Dillon, but he just simply didn't have the room not to make contact with Ty.
Another look at what happened.
Kyle Larson just dives hard into the corner. Ty Dillon made the corner as if Larson wasn't on the inside of him. And like I said, you can say Ty Dillon came down, or you can say that Larson got in too deep. It certainly was just a situation where Kyle Larson needed to be able to stay off of Ty Dillon if that's what Ty was going to do. You can see it's just a dive bomb move. a move that he's probably made. You talked about he's run 160 races this year. He's probably made that move 100 times, and that time it didn't work.
Watch how hard he drives on the corner. You saw Johnny Sauter, the 13 truck, was right on his rear tailgate, and he opened up about 3 truck lengths as he drove in the corner.
That's such a shame, too, because we were having such a great end to this race and really enjoying watching Kyle Larson drive.